राम सिया राम, जय जय राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम, जय जय राम सिया राम।
सबको रिझाता चल, सबसे निभाता चल, सबको रिझाता चल, मिल जाएंगे राम।
भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। I think everybody is new to the is old. Nabha Kumar Bhattacharya, Shushmita Das Niyogi. So if you all are new to the class, then this is the book we are doing here. Can you see it? And we are on the chapter are we on? Desirelessness. Knowing you happiness. So first we studied about the mechanism of happiness. How do we become happy? We become happy when a desire is erased. When a desire is no more, we become happy. Now, how does a desire go away? A desire goes away by one of two methods. First method to get rid of a desire is you partake of the object, you contact the object, and the desire subsides. That's one way. The other way is you sublimate the desire. But whether you enjoyed an object and therefore the desire went, or you sublimated it and therefore the desire went, the end result is the same. The desire is no more and therefore there is happiness. Okay, is this clear so far? So far, so good. Now, what happens if you have a desire for a mango? You eat a mango. What happens to that desire? The desire is fulfilled. It's no more. So, no desire. You experience what you call happiness. But you don't think that my desire is no more, so I am happy. What do you think?
Because I had the mango, I'm happy.
Eating mango makes me happy.
Eating mango makes me happy. Very good. So next time, what will you do if you want happiness?
Eat a mango.
Eat a mango. But that time you did not desire a mango. You were desiring a I don't know what, kulfi. Then will that mango give you happiness? Then you say, Are, that day I had a mango, I felt so good. Today I'm having a mango, I'm not feeling good. Have you experienced this? Everybody has experienced this. The same object at one time gives us pleasure and another time doesn't give us pleasure. What does that prove?
Pleasure is not inherent to the object.
Pleasure is not inherent to the object, isn't it? Heat is inherent in the fire. You go near fire anytime, you'll feel heat. Sweetness is inherent in the sugar. You go near sugar anytime. You put sugar on your tongue, no matter what, you will feel the sweet. Because sugar is inherent in this. Sweetness is inherent in the sugar. But the mango sometimes gives you pleasure, sometimes doesn't give you pleasure. Your spouse sometimes give you pleasure, sometimes doesn't give you pleasure. Your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, sometimes pleasure, sometimes gives pleasure. Your car, your home, your holidays, everything. Sometimes pleasure, sometimes gives pleasure. Therefore, we have proved that
Pleasure is not in the objects.
what happened to everybody else? Only Deepraj is listening. Now we won't let Deepraj answer. Sundaram, are you trying to say something? Because I can't hear you. Everybody's clear about this? So far, so good? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Now, let's proceed. Remember, there were two ways of getting rid of a desire. What were the two ways?
Fulfillment and sublimation.
Very good. Either you fulfill it or you sublimate. Now, fulfilling, everybody understands. Right? Everybody understands. I want a mango, I ate a mango, I became happy. Now, what's the big deal? But the sublimation we have to learn about. So now we are going to learn about
Sublimation.
Sublimation. We're going to learn about it. Okay, fulfillment is clear, right? No problem with fulfillment. Now let's do sublimation. Sublimation of desire. Mahesh, we have to start sublimation of desire, right?
No, this was the topic that we were supposed to start.
Oh, is it? Okay. Elimination of agitations. Desires cause mental agitations. Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. Okay, please listen carefully. Where do agitations come from? Any agitation, for any reason, comes from only one cause, and that is desire. This in the book, it's so, desires cause a mental agitations, and then we can move on. But please stop a minute and think for yourself. Can anybody, yeah, you can remove this, Mahesh, so that I can see whoever. Now, can anybody give me any example of a person being agitated? Any example. Just give any example. You are so quiet as if you all have never experienced any agitation in life. At least this should be easily answered. Chanchal,
Student.
come you tell us. Give us any example of a mental agitation.
A student didn't get the marks he think he deserved.
Wait, Deepraj, I think Chanchal is saying something.
Yeah, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay. So, ma'am, recently today only it happened when I was in meeting and I was said that whatever I have done, it, it's up to good and it should be appreciated. But what was happening? It was the people were bosses was giving feedback something which I was not liking. So it was complete education there. Why this is happening? Why is not appreciating or why they are also not taking the way I want to hear or what I feel is right. Agitation is something like this is a recent example. Day before yesterday, they brought my son's result out. Results were out, and I see my wife is very much stressed. I was thinking, why she's so irritated? I was not irritated, but she was irritated with the marks. भी इतना और आ सकता था 90 आया 98% आना चाहिए था. These are two examples of irritation which I felt in last 2 days.
Okay, very good. So Chanchal has given us two examples of agitation. He made a presentation in office, and his bosses were not very positive about that, and so there was agitation, right? And the second one is that that the son came up with marks which were less than what was desirable, so the wife was agitated. Okay, two examples we have. Now tell me, did what the bosses say agitate Chanchal? What agitated him? Can you tell me what agitated him?
His desire to be appreciated.
Now, what agitated his wife?
Because his son did not get good marks.
Expectations.
So, in both cases, the situations were different. The common part was
Desire.
Desire causing agitation.
as long as there's a desire, there is an agitation. If there is no desire, it is impossible to be agitated. Such as Chanchal is not agitated when his son gets less than perfect marks. Why? Desire is not strong there. But somebody else is agitated. Why? Because desire is strong. So we always think that that situation is somehow very bad, or that person somehow is very bad, or something is horrible. But actually, the only thing that is horrible is not horrible, but the only thing that is causing me agitation is
My own desires.
Desire.
so simple.
Our own desire.
Yeah. Everyone is clear about this. Does anybody want to give an example where there's an agitation but no desire?
Ma'am, one example, sometimes feeling of emptiness we cannot attribute. Can it be because of not getting the self?
Feeling of emptiness.
Everything is sometimes you have everything.
Give an example of agitation
Okay.
which is not related to desire.
End of the day, everything goes on well in your life. Okay. Sometimes you feel empty, that I am not doing anything, I have not found meaning, purpose. So can that be attributed to not achieving the self?
Don't attribute
Okay,
it. Just say, I am agitated because there is a feeling of emptiness within me. Now, can
Yes.
anyone tell us what that agitation is being caused by?
Desire for completeness.
Desire for completeness, desire for purpose, desire for meaningful life. It is impossible to be agitated if you don't have a desire. Right? Anybody wants to debate it, then debate it now, because this is going to go like this. Debate it now. Think for a second.
Just one question, ma'am. We feel this because of not getting the self, right? Because
don't go here and there. Ganesh, focus on one
sorry.
idea. No agitation is possible unless there is desire. Just get that straight in your head. So next time you're in a traffic jam and you're getting all stressed out, what will you tell yourself? What will you tell yourself? Is that you'll say, oh, what a horrible traffic jam. I hate to be in Calcutta with all these traffic jams. I hate to go on the streets of Delhi, so many traffic jams. Is that what you will say to yourself? What will you say? What is causing you agitation?
Desire for a free road to reach on time.
It is impossible to be agitated unless you have a desire. Yes, Nitin.
Yeah, ma'am. So my question is again the desire, like how we can do any karma or anything without desire.
Okay, let's just focus on one thing.
No, like you talk about the agitations and desires,
That is no,
whatever
that
things
is
happen, we
fine.
got.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying your question is not valid, but let us just focus on one thing, which is all agitations come from desires. Now, how we'll do work without desire, we'll think about in a moment. But focus on this much. Only this much let us learn. One idea, if we learn none, the whole jigsaw puzzle will get set. One idea. Do you have any problem with the fact that you cannot be agitated unless you have a desire? Do you have a problem with that statement? No, that is okay. All right, very good. Now we come to yours. Your point will be covered, but let's wait for it a bit. At the moment, just focus on one idea. Only one sentence. We just started that subtopic. Only one sentence we started. Desires cause mental agitations. Now, what I know people will do is in class, desires cause mental agitations. Then
Ma'am.
tomorrow, when your wife is rude to you, you will say, what? When your wife is rude to you, you will say,
Desires cause mental agitation.
will you say that? I hope you say that. You will say, oh, my wife is so rude. She makes me so unhappy. Right?
Ma'am.
There's no capacity to make you unhappy.
मैम
Yes, बोलो.
मैंने मैम सोचा एक एग्जांपल okay ma'am, suppose there is a loud noise in my background or something and it's irritating my ear, so the agitation is caused in my earlobe na? So I cannot say that, you know, let's say I want it to, like the agitation to go, then you can't say that it is because it's a new desire or something like that. The agitation is physical agitation, right? Because like there is a loud noise in my background, I want it to be peaceful. Now you can like use language and say, oh, it's my desire to be peaceful and stuff like that, but but there it's a physical agitation, so naturally agitation can exist without, you know, a desire being there.
So you're suggesting that I have no desire for it to be peaceful, but still the loud noise will agitate me. Is that what you're suggesting?
No, there is obviously there is desire to eliminate that agitation in my ear.
Think carefully what you're saying. Is it possible? Oh, there's a loud noise. I am agitated because of that noise. Okay. So is it possible that I'm agitated without a desire?
Yes, that's what I'm saying कि physical agitation ear में मेरे problem हो रही है.
ठीक है, take it, go step by step. There is no desire. There's a physical problem and therefore I have to be agitated. Correct? This is your stance. Suppose it was not you, but Buddha over there. Okay, same noise. Would he be agitated? Same physical discomfort. Would he be agitated?
I can ask him, ma'am.
No, you tell me. What do you think?
I don't think anything. I will ask such a person. I know such a person. I can ask them.
You speculate. Do a little speculation.
Okay, speculation I can do.
What does your speculation say? Do you think Buddha will get agitated because okay, do you know this famous story of Ramana Maharishi that he had got a carbuncle on his shoulder? You know the story? It's a very famous story. Everybody knows it. He got a carbuncle on his shoulder and the doctor said, you have to operate this.
And without anesthesia, he did that one.
Yes. So he said, okay, you want to operate, operate. So the doctor said, no, what do you mean operate? We'll have to give you anesthesia and all. You have to lie down, we'll give you. He said, operate. You want to operate? Go ahead, operate. And then no doctor was willing to do it. Because without anesthesia, a carbuncle, who will handle that? Was he agitated? You know the story. Did he start crying and saying, no, I want anesthesia, I can't handle it? Did he do that? They
No.
did the surgery, they did everything. He continued doing whatever he was doing. They continued doing whatever they were doing. So he was able to go through physical discomfort of a very extreme nature. I mean, this is not small, not hearing something noise. This is a very extreme, all blood, and I don't know what all horrible things must be there. Any agitation, mental agitation? No. Got nothing to do with the situation. How difficult it is for us to get this. Today suppose in the whole class we do only this one line. All agitation is because of desire. Immediately after class, somebody will irritate us and we'll say, look, such a bad person. Very difficult. So, all mental agitations are because of desire. चलो
मैम
one sentence बोलो.
लेकिन causes external हो सकते हैं कि आप कह रहे हो कि नहीं internal ही है cause.
Internal है, सिर्फ desire है. वो not internal causes. There is only one cause. It is
मैम
desire.
मैथ्स में होता था ना कि x + y = 5, तो x भी और y भी दोनों मिला के 5 हैं. तो मतलब इधर भी हो सकता है कि मतलब दोनों, मतलब मेरे बाहर भी प्रॉब्लम थी और मेरे इंटरनल भी प्रॉब्लम है, तो दोनों कैन बी कॉजेस, बोथ आर कॉजेस बेसिकली टुगेदर.
No, because if it is possible that an external problem can give me any trouble, then everybody in that situation must face it.
Correct.
So then that's not happening.
Correct.
In fact, other way around, there is no problem outside, but I have desires. I'll still be miserable.
Okay, correct.
I think I scored a 6er. Sarthak said correct today. I don't know what happened. Okay, all clear. Oh, there are lots of comments. Let me check. Here's expectation, desires. Okay. 8 new messages. Let's see. Sundaram. Asakti, can we say asakti? Yeah, you can use any word, but it all boils down to the same thing. You can switch languages, you can switch words, but boils down to the same thing. There can be no asakti unless there is kama. It's not possible. So desire is at the root of everything. Prashant, feeling hungry after eating food, though you don't have desire to eat. Prashant, please define what feeling hungry is.
Feeling hungry is it's a physical phenomenon where you don't have mentally, you're not thinking about that hunger.
Okay.
It's a physiological phenomenon, but I don't have a desire for eating because I just had my lunch.
Then how can you feel hungry after eating your lunch? Are you on a diet or something? How is it possible? I ate my lunch and then I'm hungry.
No, but I'm not having. Sorry.
Unless your wife is giving you too little food in your dabba and you're saying, oh my God, again half dabba milaj. But otherwise, normally, if you've eaten your lunch, how can you be hungry? Physically.
So the thing is that I did not have my desire for eating the full amount is not satisfied. So the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Or your wife told you have to lose weight and she's given you only salad in your dabba. So now because the only salad mila, koi paratha varatha nahi tha, koi idli vada nahi tha. So I'm feeling I want to eat. So it has to be. This is impossible. Use any example. Mahesh, is it an interrupted desire that causes agitation? No, it's a desire. Why interrupt it? You want to put up Vedanta University. So you're working on it. But if you have a desire, it will agitate you. It's not yet interrupted. Nobody's interrupted. You're working and it takes time to come. It doesn't have to be interrupted. Interrupted means something is preventing you. No, suppose today I won the lottery and I'm going to get the money tomorrow. I can be very agitated waiting for that money. It's not interrupted. Sundaram. Mental modifications and mental agitations both are the same or different? Both are the same. Because there can be no modification without agitation. And there can be no agitation without modification. So yes, they are the same. Okay. Shall we proceed? Only one sentence we have done so far. It is becoming like an Upanishadic study. Then we do only one sentence. Desires cause mental agitations. All clear about that, right? It's okay, Sartha. Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. How many people believe this sentence? How many people feel that this sentence is false? Okay, how many people think this sentence is false? Raise your hand. Nobody is raising. Okay. How many people believe that this sentence is false? How many people believe that this sentence is true? Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. Okay, so we got 2 for false. How many people believe that this sentence is true? Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. True? Kanchan Roy, true? You're saying voting for true? Okay. Sundaram, true. Tisha, true. Oh, got 3 false and 3 trues. 4 trues. Now, all those who think this sentence is either true or false, please justify your belief of whether it is true or false. And what about everybody else? How many of us are we? Let us see. We got 3-4 people saying true, 3-4 people saying false. So, and in 29 people, how is that?
True and false.
True and false. You can't do it. Are you taking
Yes.
up a career in politics? True and false. It is happening.
No, for the temporary it can be true.
It can be true.
Temporarily it can be true.
Temporarily it can be true. You have to justify whatever stance you're taking, please justify. If you say it is true, tell us why it's true. If you say it's false, tell us why it's false.
Because temporarily we can either fulfill or we can sublimate. But in the long run, you have to eliminate your desire. Otherwise, it is not going to sustain.
I didn't get it. Are you saying for true or are you saying for false?
False because in the long run it cannot sustain. True in the short run because by fulfilling and by sublimating, we may be able to temporarily satisfy our desire. In that way, it is false, but true in the sense that in the long run, we have to eliminate the desire.
Okay. So the biggest problem that all those people who felt that this is that this is not
मेरे को
correct.
भी false के लिए justify करना था.
Okay, Karo, please.
Okay, ma'am, eliminating desire. If we eliminate desire, let's say we eliminate desires, then something else will replace it. So I think realization of the self is necessary for
On the point. Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. True or false? Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. True or false?
Temporarily, then some other desire will replace it, is what I'm saying. Exactly what last person said, that temporarily it will work, but then other desires will come.
Okay, but why is it temporary? I mean, I didn't quite get your logic. Eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. Nitin
Okay,
Taylor, come on, tell.
let's say I'm hungry, or let's say I have noise in the background. My desire is fulfilled. That noise went away. My desire is fulfilled. I am happy now. Agitation went away. But now some other thing will come in the world,
That
and
is
then I'll get
that
agitated
is
again.
not material to the discussion. If there is an agitation, the only way of removing an agitation, we're not talking about other agitations, whatever agitation there is, the only way of removing it is by eliminating desire.
Correct.
Why we worried?
Correct. If we are able to eliminate all desires for all time, then yes.
Okay, right. Nitin Taylor, are you voting for yes or no?
So I agree with LC Matthew. So in a temporary, in short term, if you get something, so it will be satisfied. We won't be agitated, but in a longer run, again, we will get agitated. So even the Sarthak, what I also, agree with him. So if I remove some desires for the mango, okay, so I have a desire of mango and I'm not getting it, I'm getting agitated. But if I remove the desire of mango, okay, for that period of time, that point of time, okay, I'm not agitated. But
What do you
again,
mean
after some
remove?
time,
What are you all understanding by the term
no,
removing the desire?
no,
Having the object.
eliminating the desire
What do you
of
understand
uh,
by eliminating the object? Eliminating the
uh, sublimating, like, either I can have the mango or I will sublimating that particular desire at that point of time.
Wait, I think we are all having
नहीं जैसे मुझे सपोज यहाँ पे मैंगो का ट्री है और मुझे डिजायर हुआ है मैंगो वहां पे है बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू गेट इट वो काफी ऊंचाई पे है तो मैं तोड़ नहीं सकता उसको तो मैं आई एम गेटिंग एजिटेटेड राइट और और अकॉर्डिंग टू अगर मैं उसका डिजायर जो है मुझे वो निकाल दूंगा कि नहीं मुझे खाना ही नहीं है ओके तो वो चला जाएगा एजिटेशन चला जाएगा
No,
okay
according to
so
me, no. No, according to
according to the
So
okay
if
according to
you
the book
if I
what we are
eliminate the
discussing
desire, by eliminating desire, you said by meaning I just try to forget about it. That's what you mean.
forget about that हाँ
Okay.
that point of time बट अगर मैं भूखा हूँ आई एम हंग्री तो मेरा दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम मैंगो की जगह कुछ और दिखेगा तो उसमें डिजायर आएगा
Yes.
राइट
Okay.
तो
Correct.
अगेन
But
वो
that's
नहीं
not
मिलेगा
what
तो
this point is saying. Okay, I'm glad you all are all talking because at least now I know where everyone stands in terms of understanding this line. So eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation.
no
From
it is not
which
the only way we can redirect that to something other
No, but
at
the
that point of
text
time
is saying only way. Then you have to say false.
it is false yeah according to me it is a
False.
false yeah
False.
there can be other way yeah
Yeah. So the text is saying eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. So now then the text has to explain itself. How do we say that? Okay. The text tells us that the only way of eliminating agitation is by eliminating desire. Now you must see that it follows the logic at least. If the only cause of agitation is desire, then the only way of removing agitation is
Elimination of desire.
elimination of desire.
Ma'am, the
elimination
self has
includes
to be included here.
What
Because
has
we
to be
don't know the
included?
self, then only desire comes.
Don't go here and there. Just focus on this one point. It's following the logic. First, we establish that the only way to get agitated is to have a desire. Right? Everybody's still there, right? Nobody has forgotten that. Therefore, the only way to become happy is to eliminate desire. Now, when you say eliminate desire, what does that thing mean? This is
Ma'am,
where
it
the problem
means
is.
sublimation and fulfillment. It includes these two things, right?
Yeah, that
This is
the
what
text
I'm.
will tell us, yes.
Okay.
I'm just going step by step because, we just go through it, and though we feel we've attended the class, we have no takeaways at the end of it. Like, what did I learn in the class? This is not a
Ma'am,
class.
what did I learn? I learned कि desires and agitations coexist. मैंने ये नहीं बोला, मैंने अपने दिमाग में मैप ये नहीं बैठाया था कि desires cause agitation. मैंने आपने जब मतलब first 10-20 मिनट सिखाए तो मैंने मैप बैठाया कि desires and agitation coexist.
So now we know that desire is the cause of agitation. Acha? So if that is clear, then only when the cause is removed will the effect be removed. So only when the desire is removed will the agitation be removed. Now the question comes, what does removing a desire even mean? What does this thing mean? I think many people have taken it to mean कि उसको भूल जाओ, take it out from your head. The fact is that can't be done. You can't. And that's why you're saying it will come back. If you say, I want a mango, and say, no, I'm going to forget about it, you'll forget about it and then it'll come right back. Because that's not what it means. So, what does eliminating desire mean? So, let us read further. Have I missed anything? It's true, but small desires need to be satisfied without fight. Vidushi. True, since desires are the only cause of agitation, eliminating them, the cause, will eliminate agitations, the effect. Yes, very good, Vidushi. Mahesh, we have defined happiness as that which is obtained by eliminating desire. We have not defined happiness as that which is obtained by eliminating desire. We have defined happiness. Can anyone tell me how we have defined happiness?
Happiness is the absence of desires.
Absence of mental agitation.
Mental agitation.
Yeah. Happiness is the absence of mental agitation. Sarthak. Realizing the self is the only way to eliminate agitations. Some desire may still exist. How will you realize the self if any desire exists? But we won't go there, Sarthak. Okay, are you all with me so far? This thing over again come. Let me change the view so that I can see you all. Okay. Right? So what did we learn? Desires cause mental agitations. Therefore, obviously, eliminating desire is the only way of eliminating mental agitation. So now what does it mean eliminating desires? Desires are eliminated in two ways. Comply or sublimate. So desires can be eliminated by two things, either comply or sublimate. These are the two methods. When we comply with the desire, enjoy the desired object, the desire is exhausted. Right? So we comply with the desire, means we fulfill the desire. We enjoy the object. The desire is gone. On the other hand, if we sublimate the desires also, no desire remains. Sublimating the desire means what? You grow above it. Like, suppose I'm a child. I want a Barbie doll. I get a Barbie doll. I am happy. That's one way of doing it. What's the second way of doing it? The second way of doing the same thing is, I'm a girl. I grow up to become a teenager. Now I no longer want the Barbie doll. Again, I'm happy with reference to the doll. So with everything, I have two options. I have the option of fulfillment, or I have the option of simply growing up. In both cases, the desire is no more. In both cases, there is no unfulfilled desire, and hence the associated agitation is quelled. Okay, so how can you eliminate the desire? You either exhaust it or you grow out of it. These are the two ways you have. Okay, So far, so good. Everyone is clear on what elimination of desire means? There are two things involved. Right? Say yes, raise, say give me a thumbs up, say yes. Very good. Thank you. See, that's why the real world class is useful. I can look at people's faces and tell whether कुछ अंदर जा रहा है कि नहीं. यहाँ तो मुझे सिर्फ नाम ही दिख रहे हैं. So actually we should have real world classes everywhere. In whatever city you're in. See, all these people who are coming to the real world class, they're all telling me, oh, it's so different coming to in-person classes and this and that. And I believe that people are finding value in in-person classes. So if you are not in Mumbai and cannot come to the in-person class, wherever you are, we can do one. So you can think of doing something wherever you are, especially if there are multiple people in your city. If you're the only one, like now, Deepraj is in Lumding, right? Am I saying that right? Lumding. Correct, Deepraj? Now, difficult to do it there because he's the only person in Lumding who's interested in Vedanta. Now, what to do? But if you're in a city where there are at least a few, Chandigarh. Is there anyone from Chandigarh here other than Sarthak? Hmm? Calcutta? Anyone Calcutta? Who all are from Calcutta? No. Okay, everybody's from a different city. Wow. Sorry, then that will not be doable then everywhere. 29 cities is difficult to go to. Bharuch, Gujarat. Okay. Jaipur. Wow. Calcutta से कोई नहीं है. Chennai. Like literally one person from every city. Very nice. If Joyce will be here, there'll be one. Where is Joyce? I forgot. In Greece. Okay. So, okay, let us go ahead. Sorry, I did very say that we can do it in other cities, but I said these cities may be a bit difficult. All right. So this is clear, right? The two ways. Okay, one person from Kolkata. So sorry, Shushmita, you're the only one. Enjoying the object no doubt gives happiness. But this is temporary, unstable. It is subject to endless dangers. Right? So what did we have? We had two methods. The first method was comply, means fulfill your desire. Second method was sublimate. Now, firstly, we are going to do the enjoy the object of your desire, exhaust the desire through contact. Enjoying the object no doubt gives happiness, but this is temporary, unstable. It is subject to endless dangers. The challenge with fulfilling desires is that the moment one is fulfilled, a host of other desires spring up. A girl wants a job. Then she needs a car to take her to work, a work wardrobe, a laptop, coordinated devices. Whatever we touch seems to bring in its wake a whole world of desires. The additional desires seem very reasonable to us. And who can say that they are not? Why not get those other things too? Yes, why not? If it makes life more convenient or more enjoyable. So you see what is the problem with fulfilling desires?
Multiplication and go on fulfilling them.
Yeah, they will just keep on increasing. Now, when they increase, like in the case of this girl who wants a job, where's her desires increase? What is happening? Now she wants a car, she needs a work wardrobe. So what are the clothes she will wear to work? She'll need a laptop to work. Then her other devices will have to be coordinated with her laptop. So many things spring up. when they spring up, she will think they're very reasonable, right? Can you argue with her? Can you tell her that no, you don't need transport to go to work? She said, what nonsense? Of course I need transport to go to work. No, no, you don't need to buy new clothes. What? She said, what nonsense? Of course I need to have office clothes. Right? So it sounds very, very reasonable to her. And can you argue with this? Can you tell her, no, 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 you shouldn't have all these things? You can never argue. Who can say that they're not reasonable? Why not get those other things too? Yes, why not? Correct. Don't you agree with her? If it makes life more convenient or if it makes life more enjoyable, why should we not get those things? Then where is the problem? Now here's where the critical part comes. Where is the problem? The problem lies in this. We don't stop to think. We blindly run for more, for better. We don't know whether any additional acquisition will indeed make life more enjoyable or more convenient. Oftentimes, it doesn't. And we only have a lot of additional things to maintain. Can you give me any example of this?
Second home.
Go ahead, give an example. Finish the example.
I mean, you purchase it thinking that you have a nice holiday home, but the amount of maintenance needed is crazy.
You see a nice home, so I have to get that. And who can argue and say, no, you shouldn't? Is there any reason you shouldn't have a second home? No, please have it. No, there's no, you're not doing dharma brushed by buying a second home. But is your life really getting more convenient or more enjoyable? Yes, Vidushi.
Some people get peer pressured into marriage, and then the reality of marriage hits, and they have to deal with their spouse and their family.
I can't agree with you, Vidushi, because Bharat, he told me last time, how can anyone in the class get married? We don't hear one good thing about marriage. So, Vidushi, now I cannot agree with you anymore because firstly, half this class is unmarried. I don't know whether all of you who are new know this. For some reason, everybody here has taken a vow of brahmacharya. Nobody is getting married. How will our country continue then? All these young Vedantins are not getting married only. The people who should get married are not getting married. The people who shouldn't get married are getting married. Kya kare? So I can't agree with Doshi, but in confidence, yes, people do think that I'll get married and my life will become so much convenient. And not 100% of the time does that happen. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it does. Yes, Nitin, what was your example?
Yeah, so it was about like the home only. So I was staying in the apartment that I decided to build a big home, levi's home. Now sometimes I get agitated, like maintaining the homes and all. So slowly I realized that the desire increase.
Very
It
good
also
example.
start with the stress and maintaining all the stuffs and all.
Very good example. Yeah, this is a very good example is all of us who've lived in flats have this fascination for having a house. And those who have a house, in Mumbai, we always live in flats. So obviously we feel like, wow, you have to be a Mukesh Ambani to have a bungalow or Ratan Tata or something. Like bungalow and all, so fantastic. So some people go buy second homes. But I have gone around the country and lived in various places where the norm is to have the house. How much grumbling and complaining I have heard about having a house is not funny. They'll say, you people are so lucky in apartment houses. Kuch carpenter chahiye, plumber chahiye. Your society has, you've got somebody. You don't have to worry about water. यहाँ पानी नहीं आएगा तो मुझे ही जाके देखना पड़ता है. how much complaining I've heard about it. So it's a great example because uh, it's really so true. We all have this very idealized notion of what living in a big bungalow is like. And then
So
people
it
who,
was, yeah. So it was like for me, it was like a sustainable home. So I tried to make a sustainable home with an organic garden. We are a very big space. So I decided to grow my own vegetables. So I tried also. But now we are like the three people only. So my mom always used to say, why you are putting this much effort? Only three people are going to eat. So just go and grab. You are wasting so much time in this just to grow a few vegetables. You can go and, purchase from the, yeah, so that is also she is correct. But undoubtedly it is increasing stress. For initially it was a dream for me, but now sometimes I realize that yeah, the desires only causes stress.
It
yeah,
would have
it's
been a good
always a
hobby, Nitin.
Yeah.
it's always nothing is without problem. Like if you grow it in your house, I mean, it's wonderful, right? You have fresh vegetables, organically grown, least damage to the environment. All these are your advantages, but then that much work you have to do. If you buy it from the market, then it may not be organic, it may not be fresh, and all that, and that much work you have to do. So both sides are very problem. I mean, both
And
which both are a problem.
one more example, like I keep delivering talks across the nation. So generally I go by trains and all. So recently I went to Bangalore, so I decided to take a flight. I just reached in 2 hours. और फिर मुझे लगा कितना कम समय हुआ. While returning back, I was about to book the train, पर मुझे वो डिजायर हुआ कि यार 2 घंटे में पहुंच जाऊंगा. तो नहीं वो मैंने बैठा तो वो डिजायर मेरी पड़ी वापस कि नहीं अभी ट्रेन क्यों इतना कम टाइम है.
Very good.
तो that is also- yeah.
I mean, this is how it was always going to expand. Now, when it expands, here's where the problem lies. Are we suggesting that it should not expand? Is that what we're suggesting?
No.
No. Then what are we suggesting?
To understand that it is
Sublimate.
it
What are we suggesting?
You have not
not
come to that
Sub-
part.
No, we have already covered it, Ganesh.
So basically, you're suggesting that it could turn out not exactly as you hoped it to be.
That is not suggesting, that is saying what. So therefore, what's your solution?
Solution is to stop and think.
Very good. Ah, Sarthak, you listen also. Very good. Excellent. The only one who actually heard. Remember, that's what we said, no? That was the point. Okay, now what's this? Mamita. Is that what karma bandha is? Karma bandha is the bondage of action. Yes, that is karma bandha. Karma bandha literally is referring to the increase in vasanas. That's your bondage. Then Prakash. If all remains unmarried, what about population growth? Population should be a mixture of grahastha and brahmacharis. It is my opinion. Okay. What population should be, let us not worry about. Let us at the moment just focus our attention on one idea. What is our idea for today? All agitations come from desires. If you accept this, if you accept desire as the cause of every agitation, then only elimination of desire can be elimination of agitation. Now, how do you eliminate desire? There are two ways. First way is fulfill your desire. Now, there's a problem with fulfilling your desire. What is the problem with fulfilling your desire?
It's complex.
Okay. What's the problem with fulfilling desires?
it grows and multiplies.
They multiply.
It will increase.
Correct. It just creates more desires. Now, when it creates more desires, are we suggesting that, oh my God, aise nahi karo, don't let those things increase? Are we suggesting that?
No.
What are we suggesting?
Stop and think.
Stop and think. Let's stop and think. Let's stop for a minute and think. Is this really going to make my life better? Is this really going to make my life more convenient? Is this really going to be more enjoyable? Just stop and think. In no matter what you choose to do in this world, whichever option in the world you choose, please remember that it is going to come with some good things and some bad. So Nitin was living maybe in a flat, he moved to a bungalow. It came with some good things, it came with some bad things. Now he has a lot of space. Now he can grow his own vegetables. These are all the good things he may have come up with. But he also got some bad things, which is like he has to take care of now so much more. So, which is the package you really want? You don't get to choose whether you will have problems or not. But you can always choose which problems you would rather have. If you stay unmarried, you will have some problems. If you get married, you will have some other type of problems. So you please decide which one you want. But in both cases, there will be both problems as well as advantages. If you're a bachelor, very good. Now Bharat wants to do whatever he wants to do. He will set off. He wants to go to Dubai tomorrow. He'll buy a ticket and go. But if Mamita decides, I want to go to Dubai, then she'll have to ask Raj, shall we go to Dubai? Can I go to Dubai? Do you want to come to Dubai? There are so many questions. Is it okay if I go without you? Will you come with me? So many questions. What does Bharat have to do if he wants to go to Dubai? Just go online, buy a ticket. किसी को कुछ पूछना नहीं है, कोई coordination नहीं करना है. Maximum he has to do is tell his cook कल से नहीं आना. हो गया उसका काम. That's it. So there are advantages in being married. There are advantages in being not married. Then you get to choose which of these two sets of problems you want to have. Prashant, where was this suggestion? Stop and think in the paragraph. Okay. Prashant, you have the book because I don't know how I'm going to tell you if you don't. But if you read the paragraph, where is that page? Elimination of desires. Okay. The second paragraph. What line is it? Huh? There we go. What is the problem? We don't stop to think. Okay?
Okay, sorry.
No, please. It's nice that you have to be specific. It's a very good thing that you're saying that. If something is claimed, you must make sure that whatever is claimed is correct. That is a good habit. Always in life, if somebody claims something, you must ask, how are you saying that? Not challenging the person, but how are you saying this? Then Sarthak, Prashant Ji, it was written something like we do not. Oh, sure, you're answering the question. Yes, Nitin, what did you have?
So, ma'am, whatever the desires we are having, so I think it's like when we are consuming something in the desire. So according to me, it should be the mindful consumption than the mindless consumption. When we do the mindless consumptions, it will cause the agitation. So when we have a desire that is the mindful, so I think it won't, have an agitations and all.
No, don't go very far. You only focus on what we are doing. That
On your
elimination of
desire part only.
desire is the only way of eliminating agitation. So elimination is two things, fulfilling or sublimation. That is where we are.
Sublimation, yeah.
So in fulfilling, what is the problem? The problem is that the desires will grow.
मैम यहीं पे मेरे को थोड़ा सा इश्यू था कि हमने ये कहाँ से सेटअप कर लिया कि मतलब अगर हम कंप्लाई करेंगे तो वो ग्रो करेंगे, ये जरूरी थोड़ी ना है. हो सकता है कि अगर मेरे 5 या 7 डिजायर है तो वो कंप्लाई होने के बाद रिड्यूस हो जाए, इंक्रीज हो, ऐसा
एक
मतलब.
मिनट जरा रुको भैया, उसको फिनिश तो करने दो. क्या है वो? आप कतार में है.
ओके ओके.
Then Momita, then you. Yes, Nitin, go ahead. So don't
Yeah,
go
so-
ahead. Don't go here and there. This is a slight digression the text takes.
Right.
Our flow of thought is only on elimination of desire.
Elimination of
So
desire.
even in fulfillment, it is not all bad. We are not trying to say don't fulfill. But if we just say don't fulfill and leave it, then it will become like, तो मैं क्या करूं, you know. Everything may problem be problem hai yahan pe. So therefore a slight suggestion is indicated. But we are not discussing that at the moment. We are discussing what is the root of agitation. Okay? Yes, Mamita.
I have two questions. The first is, what is a good reason to marry then?
Too late, Mamita. Okay. Good reason to marry. Now we have only 1 minute, so I will suggest you go and look up the video on YouTube that gives you the reasons for marriage. There are 6 good reasons for marriage.
I've seen that. So
That's
it
the
is
good
based
reason.
on Answadharma.
Correct.
So whether it should appeal to me and I should have a desire for it. And even then I have to consider whether it will multiply my desires.
It will multiply your desires. How is it possible? Think of your own marriage. You got married. What happened? Immediately you need a house to live in. Immediately you think about children. Immediately the children will need admission in school. Admission in school means they need uniform. So hoga hi hoga.
So then what do I think about when I pause and think, what is it that I am thinking about? So even if I decide that, okay, this is the course of action I'm going to take, then like I also want a farmhouse. So then,
Very good.
then what is it that
That
I
is
should?
largest problem, not our problem. So we are happy with life.
So what is it that I should think about so that do I pause and think how it will multiply my desires?
It will multiply, definitely. But you have to stop and think, okay, I want the farmhouse. Is this your second question?
Yes.
So I want a farmhouse. What exactly, when I say I want a farmhouse, what exactly do I want? So I must be clear. What are these desires? This word farmhouse is an umbrella term for a bunch of desires. So what are those various desires? That I must know, because I'm going into this with my eyes open. I must know whether these umbrella desires which I've got, this package of desires which I think farmhouse is going to solve, are they actually going to fulfill it? I must make some realistic assessment of this. And I must also, on the other hand, know what all I am taking on by doing this.
Yes, all sustain.
So the sacrifices that I will have to make, I'll have to think about that.
Yes. What all are you taking on? And what are you trying to satisfy? And for that, what are you taking on? And is it, according to you, worth the cost?
Okay. Thank you.
What is this? Practice of Titiksha is the only good reason. Arey, that evolution you're getting, Bharat. What better reason you want in this world? Oh, Sarthak is going to find a Vedantin girl for you. So फिर तो problem ही problem है. Our decision will become group discussion. My recommendation is दोनों वेदांता नहीं करो भैया, एक ही करो. नहीं तो और भी problem. Okay, too many problems we're discussing today. Chalo bhai. We'll continue next time. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Thank you,
Hari Om.
Janki ma'am.
Hari Om.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.